I'm sorry, I had to laugh one time for the one time. I'm happier than hell the way this playoff weekend played itself out. The first game, well, let me back this up. I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. I'm excited. I'm dying inside. It's just too funny. So let's start out. It's your boy RDG Ricky here once again, coming out with another video. We're going to talk about what happened this past weekend in the NFL Divisional round of the playoffs. Now, for the first game, we're going to talk about my first one. Kansas City and the Houston Texans. Them boys. I tell you what, I'd be lying to you if I wasn't telling you that I was shitting my pants the whole game. I was shitting bricks for the first quarter and a half. Absolutely. I mean, and here's how you know I was so, nervous and anxious. My fat ass was upstairs in my room, folding my laundry and putting it away. Anyone that knows me, ask them. Did my ass ever do that shit? That's my wife. She knows. I never do that shit. And I'm sitting biting my nails and just ooh, I had this shit in me. And I'm thinking this is my own team. I'm thinking to myself, Kansas City, how can you motherfuckers get to this point and be so trash? The game ended up so awful. I mean, Houston was moving the ball, hit him with that 55-yarder, I believe, for a touchdown there. And I'm like, all right, these dudes going to bounce back. They got it, no big deal. Kansas City gets the ball. They go ahead. They start to drive. They go to punt, block field goal. And then the ones that watched the game know from there, it went all downhill. It was a shit show. 24-0. 24-0 after the first quarter. Now, how crazy is that? Think about that. You score that many points, even in a half. You're thinking, God damn, I got this game in the bag, son. Hell no, man. Hell no. In my opinion, where the momentum turned around into Kansas City's favor is when Bill O'Brien's dumbass. Let's get into Bill O'Brien first before I talk about that play. The guy, in my opinion, he's on par with Jason Garrett. The guy is a fucking clown. As long as we have people like Bill O'Brien in the NFL, and we got Mr. Adam Gase, crackhead himself, as a head coach in this league, for the AFC, you might as well just count. Listen, man, those are easy dubs. I mean, the guys fucked their team out of wins. I mean, how much longer is it gonna take for Bill O'Brien to be there? I mean, when you got a 24-0 lead, all you gotta do is just play a little defense, my lord. Shut him down just a little bit. He calls that play. Listen, I don't think it was that bad of a call. They go for that fake punt. They stop him. And then the rest is history. All the momentum was on Kansas City's side, and they go on to defeat them 51-31, scoring about 7 straight touchdowns. It was insane. It was crazy. It was entertaining. That is the brand of football we want to see nowadays. That was a great game. And I'm sorry to laugh, Houston. I just feel like you dumbasses didn't deserve to be there in the first place. I really didn't think you did. It was, you can call me a hater, whatever. Pin it on me. I am that Houston hater right now. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Deshaun Watson. He's a beast. Listen, if I had a choosing to start of a young quarterback to start my franchise, it may have to be a choice between Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. You can't go wrong with any of those two. Straight animals. Pat Mahomes, what can I say, babe? You came out, you did your thing, man. He's just a fucking animal. There's just no way, if, ands, or buts about it. He is a beast. Andy Reid fat ass came out and made it work. I love it. Big ups, Kansas City, Titans. That's going to be a huge matchup, and I am looking forward to that. I'm not going in order this time like I did the last video. I'm just doing however the hell I feel like it. Titans, Ravens. What did I tell y'all? Tanner, what'd I tell you, boy? What'd I tell y'all? I've been saying it and I sound like a broken record. The Tennessee Titans had the personnel to get the job done, and what did they do? They got the motherfucking job done. They got it done. Listen, for all you Sports Center box score analysts that maybe watch a game here or there, you may look at Lamar Jackson's stats and be like, man, he had a hell of a game. You know, how can you hate on this guy? Listen, for what I'm about to say, I'm not hating. Okay. Matter of fact, I was wrong about Lamar Jackson. I thought he was going to be one of those other running back quarterbacks that just, when you test his arm and you make him stay in the pocket, he's just not good. That was my opinion of him, especially when I saw what they did to him in the playoffs last year. He has made tremendous strides this year, so I'm not going to hate on my mans. He did good. He deservingly so. It will be the MVP of the NFL. If anybody else is the MVP, that shit is bull, is rigged. It just don't work. It'd be trash. But they got the personnel to stop him. They had it. They corralled to the football. They had the front seven to get to him. He didn't play well. Yes, they didn't help. Lamar Jackson, they didn't help him well enough either. His weapons just did not. But the problem is with the Tennessee Titans, they gave the Ravens a dose of their own medicine. With that strong offensive line and that strong running game, Ryan Tannehill could have sat back with a Corona, with his Mexican hat on like I got, and he could have just let Derrick Henry take over the game, which is what happened. The man is a wall. He is a beast. Nobody wants to tackle him. Earl Thomas, you wanted to come at the Patriots for saying they didn't feel like tackling him. You look stupid. I'm pretty sure everyone saw that meme by now. My man done turned you around, done a whole 360, made you look bad. Sit down, buddy. I'm sorry. The Titans, they're hot. They got the winning formula. They're going to be a tough team to be beat, even though they have to go to Arrowhead to go and win that game to make it to the Super Bowl. I don't have a prediction yet. I will come out later with my predictions later on in the week. But I can tell you what, that game is going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be great. In my opinion, I'll give a little sneak peek. In my opinion, if the Titans can control the game through the line of scrimmage like they have been doing, and they can keep Pat Mahomes off the field. Listen, better, easier said than done. I know it's not that easy. But the Titans play a brand of football where they decide everything. Time is on their side. If you can stop the run, hard to do, you got a chance. If Derrick Henry runs wild like he's been doing, I'm sorry. You ain't going to stop him. You won't get tired. And it's curtains. Good win, Tennessee. Be rooting for y'all in the AFC Championship. Next one, Vikings and 6-Niners. Woo, them Cali boys. Listen, man, this played out exactly like I thought it would. The Minnesota Vikings, listen, man, y'all didn't show up. Or you guys just not good enough. I mean, Kirk Cousins, you like what? I didn't like anything about what you did that game, man. And I understand there was not much you could do. The offensive line was just not there helping you out. But I guess what else did you want Kirk Cousins to do? The San Francisco 49ers defense is so aggressive, so hot. They got pass rushers galore. They come at you from many angles. You don't even see the motherfuckers coming. They're good, man. That front seven is nasty. They're playing good. Like I said, they've been playing excellent, very continuity. Everything to them is just gelling, man. They play very complementary to each other in all facets of their game. The 49ers came out there and they handled business just like I thought they would. Aggressive. George Kittle, my man. The pregame with him and his parents and stuff, that gets me so hyped, man. He's good, man. The guy is a 5-tool NFL football player. That guy does it all. He blocks, he runs routes, he makes you look stupid, he'll take your girlfriend, whatever. He does what he wants on the football field. He commands the attention, and he makes it happen. Kudos to the San Francisco 49ers. I look forward to seeing y'all in the NFC Championship game. Last but not least, I'm a little disappointed in this game. The Seahawks versus the Packers. Seahawks and Packers. Man, I really thought my man Russell Wilson was going to come through and make it happen. I tell you what, though. With this game, I got one bone to pick. And it may be just a little bit unrelated to this. I was scrolling through Twitter earlier today. And I'm not sure if any of you guys, I'm sure some of you guys have heard of Pro Football Focus and Analytics Group. Some of their rankings are alright. They're one of the first ones that made the rankings for linemen. You know, there wasn't grades before, so they became kind of famous through that. I'd say that's about the only thing they're good at as far as their grades. Anything else is trash. They made a statement earlier. I was watching a little podcast snippet that they had going on. And the defense doesn't matter. That was their statement, pretty much. Defense doesn't matter. Come on, man. This weekend was all about the defense. The weekend was all about the defense, what the defense could and couldn't do, man. Yeah, you need a strong offense to make it happen. Most of the time, he who scores the most points win. Correct. You can't win the game without stops either when you need them. You just can't. Look at the event of the first game, the Kansas City versus Houston that I talk about. If Houston just holds them off in a couple times, and they prevent them from scoring touchdowns or even hold them like half the times to field goals, and they go on and they put more points on the board, they could come away with that win because they had such a big lead, but the defense was just not ready for it. They couldn't handle it. Titans, look at the Titans versus the Ravens. The Ravens defense just could not keep up with Derrick Henry. They couldn't slow down that running game. Look at the Vikings versus the 49ers. What that defense did versus that offense. Now, whatever you can say about you like that Kirk Cousins, he's still a pretty solid quarterback. As inconsistent as overpaid you may think he is, he makes it happen at times. He's good enough for you to win with and to be where you're at this time. They were absolutely controlled from start to finish. They had no chance in that game. This leads me once again to this last game. You mean to tell me defense doesn't matter? When Green Bay, Preston Smith sacked Russell Wilson towards the end of the game in a situation where if he continues that drive and they go down the field, and I believe with all my heart, if that sack doesn't occur and they extend that play and they get a first down, Russell Wilson is going down to take the lead in that game. They're going down and they mean business. So for those morons at Pro Football Focus, your stats are garbage. Half of the stuff you guys say is garbage. It makes no sense. It's so subjective to your guys' self. I'm all for analytics, but half of the stuff you guys say is real stupid. I just had to throw that out there. That shit was bothering me. Boo-hoo. But overall, it was a great weekend of football. It was exciting. It was great. It's just so sad, man. It's dwindling down. You know what I'm saying? In a couple weeks, we're going to be looking at Super Bowl, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself there. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. 1 of 2 for tonight. More to come. Subscribe, like, share, let me know. Engage in conversation, guys. I'll holla back at you. Peace out.